There's more in you.
I can be more efficient. I can be more skilled.
Yeah.
And I can demand a higher pay.
He told me, he said, David, you can't get a raise until Paul retires. I mean, he looked me dead in my face and said, David, you cannot get a raise. You've reached your apex.
You plateaued.
It's over with. And that was over 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And Paul is still there. I didn't complain. I started to devise a plan.
This year, if you really, really want to grow,
If you really want change.
if you really want to ascend, if you really want to promote, if you really want to accomplish some of the goals that we're setting, you need to disrupt your life. What's up, everybody? It's another episode of All Things Connected. Today, I got the lead on the intro. I'm just Daniel. I got my brother, my confidant, my friend, my trusted advisor, Tread the Great. Say something to the people, bro.
I ain't talking to them today. I'm just here.
I'm here in spirit.
I'm here in spirit. What's up, people? What's up, good people? I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, man. Hey, I think this is going to be a great episode. An episode that people need to hear. An episode that is going to help us progress in life. I just happen to be one of those people who I get tired of hearing people complain.
Comfortable complainers. Didn't we do an episode about comfortable complainers?
We gonna do one.
I thought we did it already.
Nah, we ain't get that one in yet. But we gonna do that, bro.
Be on the lookout for comfortable complainers. I know y'all tired of them people that come to work every day complain, but they ain't gonna do nothing. Been there 20 years, ain't left, ain't tried to leave. Yeah. I know you tired of y'all homegirls and homeboys calling y'all phone complaining about the same thing that they've been complaining about since 1993. And they haven't did anything about it.
Yeah. And so for me, I'm a very practical person. I've been practical since I was 5 years old, bro.
Very practical and logical human being.
It's just what it is, man. If there is a problem, then we need to be looking for the solution.
Yeah.
I get along with people who are solution oriented. And a lot of times when we have needs and we have desires, they come from a place of lack or seeking growth.
Yeah.
One thing that I've learned is that the growth only comes from a disruption.
Yeah.
And the word disruption, to disrupt, it seems like it's a negative thing.
It does.
It seems like a very, don't disrupt, don't interrupt. Mm-hmm. But in reality,
it's an aggressive, violent word, it sounds like.
And I think that's what we need. I think that's what we need in our lives.
Yeah.
So this year, in my mind, if you really, really want to grow,
if you really want change,
if you really want to ascend, if you really want to promote, if you really want to accomplish some of the goals that we're setting, you need to disrupt your life.
I don't want to disrupt my life. I don't
want to hear that.
I love being fat and out of shape and eat whatever I want to eat.
No, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear, on one hand, a complaint,
mm-hmm.
and then on another hand, I don't want to change.
Man, I'm tired of being fat, bro. I don't like this, man.
Bro,
I can't even get into my size 32s no more, bro.
Let's get to the gym, bro.
Hey, man, Texas Roadhouse having a special today. You want to go there, D?
Let's start getting these fruits and vegetables in. And I ain't even talking about on
just the physical.
Just on a physical
level, for sure.
Losing weight. I'm talking about, man, you go to your job every day and you hate the place. You can't stand the way that things are run. But then when it comes time to put in for the manager position, I ain't doing that.
Great point. They're not managing material. They just want to complain from the bottom.
You need to be quiet then. If you're not willing to disrupt your life, to disrupt the way we do things, that's what new management gonna come in and do anyway.
But let me tell you this, disrupting my life is so uncomfortable, bro.
It is.
It's so uncomfortable.
It is.
So why would I do that? I'm comfortable.
If you're comfortable, then be quiet and bask in your comfort. See, if you're really comfortable, why are you complaining?
Yeah.
I'm comfortable at my job until I'm not. And when I'm not, something needs to change.
Sure.
Either the job gonna change and the company gonna change, or I'm gonna change.
Yeah.
What's more likely to happen? I gotta change. That company ain't changing.
Sure.
9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Unless they bring in a change agent. But if you got a company that the people been there for 20, 25 years, they not changing. The management ain't gonna change. The philosophy not gonna change.
Nope. Culture's not gonna change.
It's not going to change. And you around there saying, I'm better than this.
Sure.
Well, why are you still there?
Why are you still there? Because we're comfortable. And so let's talk about comfort, man, and the plague that it brings with being comfortable. Because when you hear comfortable, everybody fights for comfortable. I'm just trying to get comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get settled in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. You see this new beautiful house I bought? I'm just getting comfortable in it. I'm gonna stay here. This is my dream home. I'm gonna be here for 30 years. You hear all of these terms and words that describe people want comfort. Humans like comfort. We enjoy comfort. In fact, all of these major companies are making so much money off comfort.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't gotta go get my food no more. I can just DoorDash it straight here.
Yeah.
I can Uber Eat it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, I don't have to get up and change the channel anymore. I can just grab a remote, or I can do it on my phone.
They are talking about implanting AI into your brain so you don't have to even pick up a remote now.
Yeah.
You can change it with your mind.
Yep. Elon Musk Neuralink. They just did the first implant January like 30th or 31st.
Could you be the first?
I can never be the first.
I could never be the first either, bro.
Yeah.
Not for that.
Man, you talking about putting something on my brain, man. That's too sensitive of it. Maybe in the arm, the left, you know what I mean, the right, just, man, that's too close. The brain of the heart, I'm cool on.
That's crazy, bro.
It seems just like amazing technology. Would you get it?
Nah, it got to be a whole bunch of human trials. I get it in 20, 30 years.
Man, I always think about the long-term stuff.
That's why I said 20, 30 years.
Man, you're going to be old and about ready to turn over in 20, 30 years.
20, 30, I'm going to be 60 years old. I'll be good.
Yeah, we talking about getting put on a Neuralink in your mind at 30.
By then, they done perfected everything, bro. I know what the short and long-term effects are going to be. And if it's good, I'm good. Matter of fact, I'm going to get the most accurate, up-to-date version of that. Because you got the 1.0 version. You got the iPhone 1 put in your
head.
Yeah, I'm getting iPhone 15.
I got to do a lot of research on that, D. How much it costs? Because I know it costs $25,000 for the actual
That's now
technology. But what I'm saying is, like, what if I change my mind and want to take it out? I got to pay another $25,000 to get it out.
Nah, man, that's crazy, bro. But ultimately, that person said, I want to disrupt my life for whatever reason. Or maybe they just wanted to be the first.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be a motivating factor.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, bro, change comes from disrupting your normal pattern of behavior.
Facts.
Disrupting your normal way of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
See, a lot of people get the same results because they're doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to get to a new destination, then you have to do something different.
Sure.
And that's in our everyday lives, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So when we on our jobs complaining about, I ain't getting paid.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing to increase? What knowledge are you obtaining to get better at something?
Yeah.
How many hours have you put into one particular sector?
Yeah.
So that you become a professional, and then most professionals get paid more.
Yeah. See, look,
that's
bro.
how that works.
When I got out, I got my degree.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be making hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Sure.
Wrong.
Absolutely not.
They gave me probably about a $30,000 salary. First company that I worked for.
Yeah.
And they said, after you work here for a year,
mm-hmm.
you can go to the next department, and that's a $4,000 raise.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what after that? Oh, that's it. You're going to just get these regular incremental
increment increases, these 2%, 3%, depending on how the company do.
Yeah. And everybody,
every year.
yes. And people who worked in that company for years and years, that was their way. I'm going to stay here for the rest of my life. I'm going to get this 4,000 bump, and then they going to nickel and dime me for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And coincidentally, at the time, bro, I got comfortable with that. And my wife was the one to say, hey, nah,
You tripping, bro.
Bro, we ain't just get all this. Nah.
You can't take care of this family on that budget.
Brother.
Hell nah, you ain't about to stay married to me and make it $35,000 for the rest of your life.
And it wasn't even that. It was, I see more. You can do more.
I think that's an interesting thing that we can tell our audience. There's more in you. Because a lot of people, like, life happens and they fail at something, or they fall short, or the business shut down that they were working at, and they somehow put it on them. Like, if I was better, I could. And they just settle and get comfortable for a lesser version of themselves.
Yeah.
And so, like, I just want to tell anybody that's watching this that there's more in you.
Yeah.
The person that you are today is not the person that you have to stay and be for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
There's continued education and continued knowledge that you can go after. Like, you can really do your research, pick up a book. You can really ask Siri and Google and get all this information. You can even adapt Chat GPT and all this artificial intelligence and really heighten your knowledge. Like, there's more. Like, you have to understand that life will always revolve around you and what you do. And so maybe you've been on that job for 10 years and you like, man, I hate this place. I don't like coming to it. I'm not getting paid enough. And you're one class away from moving forward. That's what happened to me, D.
Yeah.
I was at a job. I was there for about 2.5 years.
Talk about it.
And I started off as a dishwasher. I became a line cook. I became a lead line cook. I became a prep cook. And I was the assistant kitchen manager.
Mm-hmm.
And so what happened was, at the time, I'm young. I'm like 19, 20 maybe at the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, man, I would go to work and I'm making pennies. I'm probably making $8 an hour.
Bro, I remember you was working your butt off.
Working my ass off, right?
Yeah.
And I was making $8 an hour, $8.50 max.
Mm-hmm.
And I would get these raises every time I learned a new station. And so I will always learn more stations because they give me more money. That gives me more leverage to be able to go ask for more money. And I made it hard for me to be terminated or fired, right?
Yeah.
I was a great employee. But no matter how good of an employee I was, the company that I was with wasn't conducive to growth. And so I reached a place as an assistant manager, and I was like, a year I went by, I was like, hey, I need a raise. He's like, he looked me dead in my face. He was just like, David, we can't give you a raise until Paulie quit. Shout out to Paul Russo, man, one of my brothers.
That was your guy.
That is my guy, man. I just saw him at a funeral, man, and we laughed, man. It's like we never missed a beat. We caught up. Him and his wife Diane are just beautiful, beautiful people. So, man, shout out to Paul Russo. He trained me and taught me a lot, D.
Yeah.
He taught me a lot, and not just in the kitchen, but as a man, right? And so, shout out to Paul, man. Great, great man.
Bro, this Pop.
But Pop trying to go out for real.
For real, for real. Man, our Pop just turned 60 and he trying to
live like
turn
he's 30.
11:30.
Hey, so he told me, not Paulie, but our manager, he said, David, you can't get a raise until Paul retire. Well, that was over 12 years ago. I mean, he looked me dead in my face and said, David, you cannot get a raise. You've reached your apex.
You plateaued.
It's over with. And that was over 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And Paul is still there. So I wouldn't have got any increases unless it was like the minimum wage increase and stuff like that. I probably got a little small incremental increases like you were just saying.
Yeah.
But I would have like been waiting on a real raise and a real promotion.
That never would have came.
That never would have came. And so I decided to go to school, D. And so this is the change that you're talking about. I could have stayed and complained, oh man, I ain't getting no more raises.
Let me interrupt you real quick, D.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, bro. We had a conversation about this job and you raved about it. You raved about the job, and I knew it was holding you back when you told me this stuff, bro. You said, man, I know the owners. They good peoples. If I need help with, that was the genesis of you starting your catering company.
Mm-hmm.
And you said, I can use the kitchen anytime.
Mm-hmm.
They teaching me this. I learned all this stuff. I said, D, how long you been there? You gave me the answer. You said, man, I like the owner so much, bro. If I need a loan there, give me a loan. And I thought to myself, nah, that's wrong.
Yeah.
You became dependent on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gonna give you a loan to stay because we getting all of these hours out of you.
Good hard work. But I was in there busting my butt, bro.
I remember that, D, and I was like, oh, he think
that job taught me how to really work hard.
Really?
What? Man, that Foxtail, the job wasn't nothing compared to that beast.
Really?
It was different, bro.
Bro, and see, even you saying that, so that's a great thing that you got.
It taught me how to work under pressure. It taught me how to be a leader.
Yeah.
Like I got management skills. Like it was so many benefits from that job.
Ooh, D. And I think that's what the disruption will do for you.
Yeah.
You got everything that you needed from that job.
And it was over. It was time was up, D.
It was time to go. But if you stayed in that with that same mindset,
yeah.
Oh man, I know the owner, me and the manager cool. Yeah. I get all the hours that I want. That's what you was doing. You was working crazy hours.
Countless hours.
And then if I need a loan, they'll give me a loan and advance on my check. Not knowing that, nah, bro.
Yeah.
I can be more efficient. I can be more skilled.
Yeah.
And I can demand a higher pay.
Yep. Hey, D, I stayed there for about a year and a half after that.
After they told you,
but I didn't complain. I didn't complain. I started to devise a plan. So once he told me that, I wasn't even mad, bro. I was like, my time here is up. And I say, everywhere I go, I keep reaching the apex. Yeah. Because your hard work is only going to take you so far. Yeah. With certain companies.
Yes.
And so, man, that's when I went to culinary school, bro.
I remember.
enrolled in culinary school. I was working 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the afternoon, and I would leave from 2 p.m. and I would go to culinary school, start at 4 p.m. and I would get out at 11:30 at night. And that was my life for 14 months. Yep.